Woolly Story. Welcome to my cozy little corner of YouTube, where you can unwind and drift off to sleep while listening to some soothing bedtime stories. This is the perfect place for those who want to absorb new vocabulary while listening to bedtime stories before drifting off to sleep. So get comfy, relax, and let me help you drift off into dreamland. Arial was a little mermaid who lived in the vast ocean. She spent most of her days exploring the beauty of the underwater world, playing with her friends, and singing. Her world was simple, but it was full of love. Her family and friends were all she needed to feel happy and content. One day, when Arial woke up, she found that she was not in her home, not even in the sea. She was lying on a beach, feeling confused and disoriented. She looked at her body and noticed that something was different. Her beautiful, long tail had been replaced by feet, human feet. She did not know how or why this had happened, but she knew that she had to find a way to survive in this strange new world. Arial slowly got up and looked around. She did not recognize anything, and she did not know anyone around her. But she knew that she had to stay strong and try to fit in the world where she was now. She walked along the beach, trying to find some clues about where she was and how she got there. As she walked, she noticed that the sun was shining bright, and the sand was warm under her feet. Arial eventually came across a small town. She was hesitant at first, but she knew that she had to find some help. She walked into the town, hoping to find someone who could tell her where she was and how she could get back home. As she walked, she noticed that people were staring at her. They looked at her with curiosity and surprise, as if they had never seen someone like her before. Arial tried her best to blend in. She wore clothes that she found in a nearby store and tried to act like a human. She had found a job at a local aquarium, where she used her knowledge of marine life to educate visitors. She loved her job, and the visitors were always impressed by her vast knowledge of the ocean. She tried to learn more about the world she was now a part of. She slowly found out that she could turn back into a mermaid when she was swimming. She was relieved to know that she still had a connection to her old life, but she also knew that she had to keep it a secret. As time went on, Arial became more comfortable with her new life on land. She had made some good friends and was even starting to feel like a part of the community. She enjoyed spending time with them, but she never told them her secret that she was a mermaid. She was afraid that if she did, there might be bad guys who would catch her and take her tears and blood for money. She knew that her singing voice, her tears, and her blood could heal all the illnesses in the world. She did not want to put herself in danger by revealing her secret. One day, one of Arial's best friends, a human girl named Lily, was hurt and was about to die. Arial was devastated to see her friend in pain. She knew that she had to do something to save her. She wanted her friend to be alive, so she sang to her. Her singing voice was powerful and magical. It had the power to heal all kinds of illnesses. Arial's secret was eventually exposed. Lily's parents found out about Arial's singing, and they were amazed. They asked her to sing for their daughter, and when they saw that her singing had healed their daughter, they were overjoyed. They realized that Arial was a special creature, and they promised to keep her secret safe. Arial was relieved that her secret was safe, but she was also afraid of what might happen in the future. She knew that there were people out there who would want to exploit her power. She knew that she had to be careful and protect herself. Arial continued to live in the town, but she always kept her mermaid identity a secret. She enjoyed spending time with her friends and exploring the new world she was now a part of. Despite her newfound happiness, Arial still longed for her life in the sea. She missed the freedom and beauty of the underwater world, and she couldn't help but feel like a part of her was missing. She would often sneak away to a nearby lake or ocean to swim as a mermaid, just to feel that connection to her old life again. One day, while Ariel was swimming in the ocean, she came across a group of fishermen. They were throwing their nets into the water, trying to catch as many fish as they could. Ariel watched in horror as they caught several of her friends in their nets. She knew she had to do something to help. Ariel swam up to the fishermen and began singing. Her voice was powerful and beautiful, and it had the power to calm even the angriest of storms. As she sang, the fishermen were entranced, and they stopped what they were doing to listen. Ariel used this opportunity to free her friends from the nets and swim away to safety. Her mermaid friends had come to find her, and they were overjoyed to see her again. They told her that they had been searching for her ever since she disappeared from the ocean. Ariel knew that it was time for her to go back home, but she wanted to say goodbye to her human friends first. As she was preparing to leave, rumors of her quickly spread throughout in town, and people began to realize that there was something special about her. They found out that she was a mermaid and wanted to capture her and sell her tears and blood for a high price. Ariel's friends, both human and mermaid, saw the danger she was in. They knew they had to help her. They came up with a plan to distract the captors while Ariel transformed into a mermaid and swam away to safety. Together, they managed to evade the danger and make their way back to the safety of the ocean. Ariel was happy to be back home, surrounded by the familiar beauty and love of the underwater world. She knew that she belonged in the sea, but she would always miss her human friends and the life she had on land. And that's it for tonight's story. I hope it made you feel all warm and cozy. Join me again tomorrow for another bedtime story. Good night. Sweet dreams.